All right, I'm in the Winter Sun Tournament. I'm in the opening round. I'm on the back side. Back nine, just left the clubhouse. Grabbed a sandwich. Flirted with the ladies. Now I'm back out on the course and we're getting ready to tee up on hole number 10. Let's go check out hole number 1 of Koh Hong. All right, I have no idea which way the wind was blowing. In the front side, the wind was blowing about like this, and I have that worked out where I'm white ring about 1 ring off into the third cut of the rough, 2 right side spin, and about 5.5 top spin. Will get you into this direction so that you can get up here and get a short chip. But if the wind is blowing in a different direction, it's going to totally affect this ball differently. So if we're getting any kind of head, like tailwind, where the ball's getting pushed forward, my starting spot is going to be probably 1, 2, maybe 2.5 rings to the right. But we'll have to see. I have no idea which way the wind's blowing. And these max overpower hook shots, when you're dealing with varying wind, are difficult. This is why I'm playing my practice account on the back nine first and not my main account, because I want to see which way the wind's blowing. I want to get some kind of an indication, some kind of a read. All right, that looks good. We'll see if I can get the wind right. I have no idea. So I have a little bit of an idea just because I practiced this hole quite a few times during the practice session, and I have played this hole, played this max overpower hook in every other tournament that we've ever had it in. So I kind of have an idea, but chasing the wind around on these max overpower hook shots can be a little tricky. So I give myself about a 50% chance that I can get this right. Okay. With that wind, I'll leave the wind in. So fully extended. Two and 5.5. Let's see where that puts me. All right. I'm going to take that. I'm going to leave that wind in. We'll see. And I got all of it. See if I can get in front of it or if I end up in the sand. Looks like it's, ooh, no, it's too far, so I'm going to end up in the sand in front of the green. We're off to the side. That's good news. I'm really happy about that, to be honest with you. Because that tells me that this wind right here is working very similar to the wind that we just had. I'll have to go back and watch the video to see where the first, I was way in on the inside. That's what put my trajectory off that way, but that can be fixed by moving the starting spot further to the left. I came in quite a bit right there. The main thing, if you have 2 accounts, you're treating one as a practice account, one as your main, is to really focus on that wind direction and try and get those shots right. All right, see if we can hit this perfect. Not a chance in hell. 2 rings great to the right. Just on the outside of the cup. Just outside. See if my opponent can get in from there.
Oh. Thanks, I'll give you a call tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye, Phil.
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if my opponent can get in. Not likely. get our putt, get our measly birdie. That's good info. I'm going to be really anxious to go back and watch this video for my main. I think I can work that out so I can end up on the green again. That wind that we had right there was one that I haven't had in practice so far today. What's up, Itsy Bitsy?
He's drooling over the house and all the work that we have ahead of us.
Yes. Good luck to you. Good game. Not the result we were looking for. Sorry about that interruption. My mother-in-law has been living with us for the last month because she's been getting her bathroom remodeled. And today was the punch list day. The contractor was here to pick up the final check. All right, hole number 11. All right. What my number one goal here is to hit the damn thing perfect so I can find out how close I am with my wind adjustment. So let me set my calculator up. I'm going to do a 15% wind adjustment here. And if I can hit one perfect so that I could really see where I'm at, it looks like I keep hitting it great to the right. And it looks like I'm right there. But it's hard to tell when you're not hitting it perfect. I think I'm using a quasar. Am I using a quasar? No, I'm using a nav. Navigator, cut the wind down. Off we roll. Sniper, navigator. 15% wind, 1 per ring. Now here's the difficulty here. The difficulty here is that with this navigator, I am like literally right at my red line. So if we have any headwind here or side wind, I can work it out. But if we've got a pure tailwind, it may be a little bit difficult to work all the wind out. It'll change my setup spot. I may have to drop down to a 0 power ball. If I can get an opponent. Thank you very much. LG goes first. Let's check out LG. Sporting some color. Got the Spectrum, gold, silver, and bronze. Very nice. And actually, I think on this hole I'll be fine. I think it's the last par 3 where we really have the issue with the where if we get pure tailwind, I may have to change balls. What would be nice is to hit this perfect. That's not hitting it perfect shit and ending up just like literally right off the cup. It's super close, so it seems pretty easy to hit it perfect. It used to be really easy to hit perfect. All right, 3.9. I do 4.5 rings. Get out here where I can see what the heck's going on. Okay, it's 4.5 rings. There's 4, 5. Hitting it perfect. Finally! It's still off to the right. Didn't pull it enough with that kind of wind. In the opening round, we were getting wind that was blowing a little more. I think it was a little more tail. Chasing the numbers around. So on this side right here, I need to be doing a bigger adjustment. Plus 30 OP. I'll go back and watch these before I play my main. See exactly what happened. Now on this next par 5, I bounced in and out of the hole on the front side with my main account. It's right at it. I actually changed up how I'm playing this hole. I'm going to set my bag up first. We'll go look at it just so I can make sure it is the right hole. I'm going to take this bag right here, and I'm going to take a Titan, the king of balls. When you just absolutely need to get there, bring it tight. All right, I'm just trying to lay it up out here. Use the island, bounce over the sand, run it up to the cup. I'm not trying to get out here far enough where I can start off on the green side. I just want to do a nice little layup, come straight at it. I need to be in the, did I write the yardage down on this last time? I don't have it written down on this page. But we'll just take a nice easy shot. Nice and easy. No fuss, no muss, no overpower. If we're dealing with headwind, I'll just deal with it. I played this hole in one-on-one from the second tees. And you can get to the same exact spot. No reason to push the issue. We'll have plenty of room to work out the wind. My opponent looks like they're going to do a overpower shot. That right there is a dangerous angle. They hit this. They got lucky. They hit it great to the right. They might actually be fine. Barely. There's absolutely no reason in the world that you have to come here with a power 3 ball and do a max overpower shot. Nice and easy, 3-2. There's 3-5. I'm going to do a little extra. Just straightforward. Hitting it perfect. Expect that to be nice and easy right in the middle of the fairway. Nice and easy. Let's see what the distance is here. 319. I think that's a little, just because of that headwind, that is a little shorter than what I've been hitting it. Where that's going to put me is I'm not going to be, I like to be, if I'm using this island, I want to be about 3 rings off of this. It's nice when you can come up to a shot like this and your red line is right at the very tip of that, so that you can utilize the entire top of that mound and work the wind out. So with the way that the wind's blowing right here, I am going to be not the preferred spot. So you can see I'm at my red line. In order to work out the wind, I'm going to have to pull back to here. It's 3-6. I'm going to do a 3-6 pull. And I think I'm going to hit my red line before I get there. Got a half a ring into power. Hitting it perfect. And it'll breeze by the hole about 1,000 miles an hour. Need to get down there in that wind. If I want to take that shot, I'm going to have to either bring out a bigger ball so I don't have to use any overpower, or I'll have to bring out a bigger club. The option there is not to bring out a bigger club, but to switch clubs from my rock to my QB, because my QB, where I'm at in my rock, I'm not at max club. And so I won't be at max club with my QB, but my QB has more topspin than my rock. So I'm going to switch to my QB instead of my rock. That will be the answer. Isn't it perfect? In the hole! Eagle. I'm going to make a note here. I'm going to switch to my QB in my other account. All right, hole number 4. Now this par 3 right here. I slightly over pulled it on the front. Let's go look at the hole. Hole number 4. All right, this is absolutely one of the most winnable holes in the game, and it's all about hitting it perfect. I'll take a nav. Navigator is your friend. Really, the only time I ever use a navigator is in tournaments, and it's that low wind power 1 ball. It has a place. Four backspin, 2.3, 2.5, 2.6 rings. There's 2.6. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Slightly over pulled it. Just slightly. Too much speed. Even if it had hit right. That's the same thing I did on the front. I had just a little bit too much speed on it. Little too much. Close. Did I overpull it or did I underpull it? I might have underpulled that. I've been doing a 15% wind adjustment on there, and I have hit perfect in my main account, and it was off the cup. I overpulled it, so I dropped it down to 12.5%. And right there, it looked like I underpulled it. I think on the front we were getting a little bit ahead. Now we're getting tailwind. See if my opponent can get down there. And they slightly overpulled. I think I slightly underpulled. Yes. El Perfecto in the hole. I love this hole right here. This is one of my favorite par 3s. There's a lot of par 3s in the game that are hole-in-oneable that have serious chances for hole-in-one, but I think this one right here, this is a great hole. Great hole. Kohong, hole 4. Well, 13. Let's check out hole number 14. Hole number 14 is going to be hole number 5. And I'm doing a max over power hook shot on this one as well. And here I'm taking a... Now... taking a katana. Where I've been hitting is really, really nice. But we'll have to see which way the wind's blowing. I've been hitting up against headwind all week, and I've been making adjustments for the headwind, but here we're going to have to, I'm sure we're probably going to get some tailwind right here. So I'll have to make some kind of an allowance for it. LG goes first, and we are getting yep. So I'm going to do, let's make sure we got this straight. 1 point. Do a little bit, whatever the wind is, I'm going to add 10% on it because of the way it's blowing. And I'm not sure I should do more. We'll have to see where it lands. This will be really good information for my main account. If you can make it up to that shadow, even where they're at right there, you've got they'll have a great shot coming into the cup. Pretty straightforward with a sniper. Okay, it's 4 miles an hour. 3 rings is 4.5. There's 3 rings. And I got all of it. Almost all of it. Let's see if I can hit the fairway right here. Nice. Whew, and that was all the way over. That is what I've been trying to get all week, where I can get that run coming up. Really shorten the distance to the cup. And with that wind, I'm going to need to go out from where I was at least another ring, because that was super close to actually overshooting that fairway. I liked the fact that I was way down there, but I was actually so far down there that I hit on the curvature before it gets to the rough, and that curvature is why where I hit, that's why the trajectory on that second bounce was so flat, because it actually hit on the curvature. If I'd have hit even 2 or 3 yards before that, I would have been on the flat part of the fairway, and that second bounce would have had a lot more loft to it. I do like the angle, and I picked up more distance on that shot than I have all week. And I'm doing 10% to the cup. See if we can get this in. There's min. There's max. So I'm at mid club, which is 1.4 per ring. On 1 backspin. And I'm going to go right at it. Okay, it's 1.4, it's 3.8 equals, divided by 1.4 is 3 rings. There's 3 rings. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Come on. That's the graphic. Woo! That's what I'm talking about right there. I was in and out on the in my main account. I was in and out on this hole. I was in and out on 2 holes. The par 5, I almost got an Alvey, the first par 5, and then this hole right here, I was in and out on both of them. Good, nice, good game. All right, that was a good hole set. 2 great shots. Okay, let's check out hole number 15. All right. Now here's the problem here. Here's the deal. I'm bringing a 3 power ball, trying to get as much. You having to bounce over from here, because if you want to get over here, you're going to have to either bring out a bigger ball, or you're going to have to put on overpower. Bouncing from here, trying to get through the gap. The distance that you have to get here, if you're in the 355 to 360 range from this point to do the rough bump, your red line's like right in here. And on the front, we had headwind. And it was just big enough that I actually couldn't work the wind out. I would have had to put on overpower. And I'm not a fan of doing rough bumps and overpower. That's just not my MO. So what I've done is moved off to the side and just got up on the green. I moved off to the side this direction so that I could lengthen the distance to the red line and then have to bring it around to the cup. I'm almost thinking that it might be, you might have a more consistent shot if you did the bounce over from here and just tried to run it up to the cup. It's a long ways to go and a lot of stuff can go wrong. That's why this rough bump is so enticing. But let's see where we can get out there on the drive. So I'm gonna bring my QB. I'm gonna bring my QB because I think I can get more. Let's bring in a rock out. I think I'm gonna swap that for a QB. I'm just gonna take this with a nice and gentle 3 power ball. Titan, the king of balls. What do we got here? New feature? Is this have we reached 4 o'clock? We have. I haven't been actually the last few days. I think the last 4 or 5 days I've been putting I've been getting epics that I'm interested in dumping stuff in. All right. In this account, I'm trying to get my rares up to where my rares are in my main. So I've been really working on them, and I'm not interested in getting the Endbringer up. The Endbringer's not going to switch in my bag unless it could get to level 8, and I'm not interested in investing the gems in it. There's other clubs that I would rather have, and I have a rapier, and I'm totally happy with that. All right, I got the bag set up. I do got the bag set up. Okay. Off we roll into the wild blue. And let's see if I can get matched up real quick, or if I have to turn on some elevator music. Look at that. Thank you very much. Travis goes first. No, let's see. Are they trying to do the max overpower? They are trying to do the max overpower. Now they're set up there. Let's see if they go over 2 ranks. And they went over 1. And the wind's going to push them. They didn't adjust for the wind right there. So the wind's going to push them 2 rings. And the luckiest thing that they did right there was they hit it 2 rings great to the right. But it's still going to end up short. Three, 7. Do 4. I'm going to put the forward distance back on it. Try and hit it just nice and easy. Hit it 1 ring great to the left. Just trying to float it out there. And this is probably going to leave me short of being able to do the rough bump. If I brought out, you can't bring out, you could bring out, I suppose, a Horizon. You're not going to have enough topspin with the Guardian, but you do have the distance. You could bring out a big dog, but you don't have any ball guide. So you'd have to really practice that to know how much ball guide to put on, because you're not going to see it. I will not be able to reach that, but I will be able to reach over here. And I'm almost at Min Club. Min Club is 1 point. What is Min? Long iron wood, 1.3 per ring. So it's 3.6 equals divided by 1.3. It's 3 rings and a titch. 1, 2, 3, and a smidgen. How about that? That's a technical term. It's industry jargon. Get in the hole. It's a long run. It's going to be a little bit to the right. And the way the wind was blowing, it was a slight underpull. I did a 10% adjustment there. But it was still just a little short. Alright. Got some notes for what I'm going to do on my main when I get on this hole. I'm going to do just a little bit more of a pull. And yes, I could increase my odds by getting a little bit further out there. But I think you have a really good Albie shot from the spot that I was in doing the bounce over. Wind will play a little bit more of a factor though, because you're trying to run it that far. In the hole. Eagle. All right, in these last 3 here, we've got some serious opportunities. Let's go look at this next hole. Now this hole right here, I really regret that I didn't put more time in this during the practice sessions to work out a max overpower hook shot with my QB or my rock. I think those are the 2 clubs. You can't get too far out here. You don't need the distance so much. We'll see which way the wind's blowing right here. I'm going to take my number 5 bag. And I'm going to take a katana. Off we roll. See if we can get around the bend and try and make pick up the eagle on this hole. I picked it up several times this week, but I'd really like to pick it up right now. Making some notes, clearing up some stuff. Which way's the wind blowing? All right, here we go. See if my opponent can get to the spot they want. I'm doing the layup to the right. Nicely done. Right where they wanted to be. Okay. It's 3-3. There's 3. I'm gonna do 3-5. Hitting it perfect. We need to be as close here as possible. That was pretty close. Need to catch it. I took a little topspin off. Am I going to roll out? Am I going to roll out? Stay in. That's why I took that little teeny bit of topspin off. Because if I catch that right, I'm failing on the end. There's 3 spots that you can fail there. If you catch it, great. You're so close there to try. You can't leave too much room on that first bounce from the rough. So if you catch anything great to the right on a drive, it's very easy to end up in the rough on that side. You can still recover, but you're definitely gonna get caught up. Or you hit too far back and then you clip the rough on the other side and it bleeds out into the fairway, which isn't that bad. You still got a great shot from there. But if you actually make it over, the hard part is to keep it from rolling off into that rough. Nice shot. 3.5. And where am I at in my club? Right at max. It's 3.9 rings. One, two, three, 9. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Just a little less with that particular type of wind. Need to up my adjustment. Made several eagles on this hole this week too, but this particular wind is the first time we've had this wind. So looking at our adjustments based off the other winds that we've been getting versus this wind, just slightly. In the hole. All right. Now this next par 3, what am I doing on it? Sitting here working on my calculator. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. There's a lot of people in this bracket that I think haven't finished. So we're probably a good 30 or 40 people haven't finished, close to 40. So not sure. Right now we're at the 23 to get in, but I'm fully anticipating that it's going to be very few people with 23. It's going to be 24s. There may be a few people with 23s, but most of it's going to be 24s to get in. Let's go check out hole number 8. Hole number 17. All right. This was the hole I was talking about earlier, where I'm using a katana and I'm like right at my line. So if we get tailwind here, I'm gonna have to switch to a quasar immediately, if not sooner. Okay, hold on one second. All right, I'm back. Had to go talk to a man about a horse. Here we roll. I'm all plugged in, ready to roll. I'm sure I'm going to have to switch balls here. Maybe, if I can get an opponent. I'm going to put I was picking my phone up to put the elevator music on. Don't make me do it. I was looking for elevator music earlier and I got the Beach Boys and I'm like, those are the last time I was in an elevator and heard the Beach Boys. Where's my red line? I am right there. And that wind, I got it. .4. It's 5 rings. There's 5 rings. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Just a little bit of an overpull. And that was a 15%. I came here at the beginning of the week and I wasn't doing any adjustment at all. I was just shooting a straight up wind adjustment. So I'm at minimum club and I'm doing a max number. So that's already got some built into it. In the case of a sniper, it's a 30% wind adjustment as built in. And I started off at the beginning of the week and I was doing that and I was off the cup. I wasn't pulling it enough. So I started adding a little bit on. I did a major pull just to see if I could end up on the other side of the cup. And then it seemed like I was over pulling it. And so I dropped the number down. Now I'm under pulling it. Once again, it's the deal with the varying winds. And on a course like this, with all of the sand, and the way that this is, where we have water, this game works different when you have water, sand. When you're this close to that stuff, the different winds hugely affect the ball. That looks like it's in the hole. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Good game. Good luck in the tournament. All right, putting me in the 24s. Get me up the scale. This next hole should get me clearly in. How far will that? Look at the 24s. 24s are going all the way up to 22nd. Let's see where the 26s start. 26s start at 14th. Qualifying rounds. Let's go get an Albie here and let's put ourselves up above those people. Give us a solid top 10 going into it. Let's go look at the hole first. Let's go look at the hole. All right, I'm going over to this side trying to make that shadow. That's the goal. And I'm going to use a QB. Am I really going to use a QB? Let me think. I am going to use my QB. I'm going to set up two bags because if I don't like the way the QB looks, I want to make sure I have a rock bag set up. So let me switch this out to a rock. No, let me switch this. Let me leave that one a QB. This is normally my rock bag. This is my Accurate bag. Let me start with a QB and I'm going to start with a Titan. Off we roll. Once again, the shot to the cup. If I add on an adjustment to our normal wind adjustment, it's like I take the shot, hit it perfect, and it's like, damn, I didn't need to do that. And then I come back the next time, same wind, don't do the adjustment. It's like, damn, I need to make adjustment. We'll see. Let's go first. Hopefully I go first. This is definitely one shot at a time, though. I don't care what your plan was when you came here or how well you think you can do this Albie. If you tank this drive shot, you're in big, big trouble. Let's see which way my opponent's going. That is such a waste of a there you go. That was a waste of that other ball. And I just do not like where that setup is. See if they put some curl on it to bring it back. It perfect. Barely made that bounce. It looked like if they hit anything great to the left, they were going to end up in trouble. And that was a fact. 3.7. Do nice and easy. I need to put a little bit of curl on it to bring it back. Hit it one ring great to the right. Floating it up there nice and easy. That's why we bring a 100% accurate club. I see a lot of people epic fail on this, and they bring out a bigger club, and you don't have to have, you're not even at, with a 3-power ball, you're not even at max QB. And I would bet that most people have a QB in their bag. And with this wind, we've had this, this is a headwind, slight head. So I want to make sure I pull back a little from the red line. Let's do the wind first. I'm going to do a 10% adjustment. 4.4. It's 4.84 rings. And there's max. I'm going to pull back just a titch. .84 rings. There's 4.7584. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Yeah, it's not a good graphic. Woo! Look at that. Ending with an Albie. That was a good graphic. Perfect. Excellent. Ending it with the bang. Now let's see. The 26s were at 14th, so the 27th should put me in the top 10. Let's see if I made the top 10. Yes, sir. All right. See what we got at the top. 28 up the top. What's the difference here? Albie's in the opening round. They got 2. Excellent. What did I shoot? Oh, I shot a 12. That's because I picked up a couple and I dropped a couple on in the qualifying round. Not a bad practice. Got some good information. I'll be able to go back and watch that video and see what I've got, what I have in store for me in my main account on the back, and what kind of adjustments I did for this particular win, and see where I'm at. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully everybody's having a good round. Be safe out there, and I will see you in a bit. I'm gonna watch the green shots here, see what kind of adjustments I made and where I was at, and make some adjustments on my notes, and then I will play my the backside of my main. All right. Thanks for watching.